Hello, everyone, and welcome to Penny for a Tale Plays Over the Edge, a game done by Jonathan Tweet, as you just saw a few like an hour ago. Awesome stuff. We'll have his information going through chat as per usual. But let's take a few moments before we hop in here to thank everyone who kind of makes this thing possible. So first off, here's our credits. Da. Those specifically who get a shout out vocally are Victor Wallace, Alex Roth, Cenapod, Daniel Overstreet, and Rebecca Thatcher. These people, along with those in the credits that you see, are the reason that we continue on as we do. And without them, it'd be very hard. Very, very hard. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to subscribe or check out our Patreon. We release awesome videos of actual plays, interviews with game designers, community managers, community relations people, anything and everything in between concerning the tabletop role playing hobby, as well as just talk shop about what's going on. And yeah. So without further ado, let's meet our cast. So we'll start down below with Spence.
Hi, I'm Spence, and I don't. What am I supposed to say?
Ah, what do you do? Who are you?
Oh,
What?
okay,
Yeah, plug. This is your platform.
sure,
I've rolled out the red
sure.
carpet.
I'm Spence. I am the co-host of Game School on the TSR Podcast Network. I am also co-host on Nostalgia Pilots and the owner and operator of Resident Moon Audiobook Solutions. So if you need your audiobook QC'd or edited, come see me.
Blam. All right, Cass.
I am Cassandra. I don't have as impressive a retinue. I'm a hobbyist. I'm an Iron GM aficionado. I like running games, playing games, and I hope to go to Gen Con and participate in the Iron GM there.
Oh
Nice.
snap! Yeah, and if anyone else is going to Gen Con, I'll be there serving it up at Studio Two. So check myself out. More importantly, check the game I will be advertising for the Genesis, an amazing German post-apocalyptic game. But enough about that. Let's step into Over the Edge. So just kind of like a brief overview of what this game is. We're gonna hop over to the map so people can see it. Ta-da! Over the Edge takes place on a island called Al Amaja, a island set apart from the rest of the world, a place where freedom is emphasized and there are conspiracies everywhere. The guards carry around these baboons on leashes, which, according to the book, can bite through a person's wrist with one single action. So scary stuff. Everything's different here. It's a very kind of X Files mixed up with Riverdale. It's very freeform in the way that you can approach whatever you want to do, which is really cool. But you're going to learn more about that as we play. So I've asked everyone here to kind of think up of a character. So why don't we kind of go through that process, and I'll have the character sheet up on here for people to check out as well as we go through it. Oh, nope. There we go. Bloop. All right, Spence, why don't you tell me about your character?
All right. My character's name is Siri. She is a serious technomancer and part time federal hacker who is taking wearable technology to the next level with circuitry embedded in her wrists. She always has to have the last word and has an insane amount of knowledge about anime and comic books. And this is the voice I will be using the whole time.
Blam. Everyone call her out if she doesn't do it.
I will be looking at the chat. If you see me looking up, it's because I'm looking up at the chat on my screen right here.
It's over there. All right, Cass.
Well, I will be playing Arabelle. My name is Arabelle. I am hyper focused, distant, and quiet, and I can hear residual memories as hallucinations. I have gone all around the world trying to collect these residual memories and turn them into stories. I'm an anthropologist. I'm very interested in trying to learn what the truth is to the memory of people. And my side trait is I have an exceptionally good knowledge of medicine due to some rather interesting side business with my family. Oh, and I will follow the promise of interesting memories regardless of the danger it puts me in.
Awesome.
Nice. Your character description reminds me of Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Have you played that game?
No.
Anybody? Okay. Just me? All right, then.
Pop in chat if you heard. Make sure it's a real game. I've heard
it's
about
totally
it.
No,
I've
it's
heard
a real
about it.
game. I promise. I just haven't played it yet.
It won Game of the Year. I should hope so.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our conspiracy that we're gonna solve.
Yeah. So those curious about Arabelle, looks like we have the awesome cast have this awesome picture that you can check out. It's amazing. Real quick, looking at the character sheet right here, as you can see, you have your character. That's where your name goes. Player is who you are. Question mark. It's a very important part of the system because it encourages you to challenge some aspect of yourself that is known by other people and who you yourself view as an important aspect of yourself. So if I feel like I am an honest person, the question mark would be honest. That is something I view as important for me. But it comes with a question mark because this is the signal for everyone, as well as the GM, that this should be challenged. It's really important. So what did you guys have for your question marks again?
Serious.
I had hyper-focused, distant, quiet.
Wow.
You just
Do I need to add more than one?
No, one's good enough, but I will not say no to more than one.
It had 3, so I put 3.
Yeah. So
okay.
Feel free to that's kind of signal for all you guys that these things should be challenged.
Cool.
Me. So next is the main trait. The resolution system for Over the Edge is pretty simple. You roll 2d6s, and depending on whether you're the initiating action or the person reacting, it's either a 7 or an 8 total that you need to get. So your base level is because everyone's starting out at expert, which is level 2. So their main core thing, the thing that they are best at, will be a level 2 concept or ability, their main trait. So whenever they do something, it'll be at level 2. So why don't you guys describe or tell us what your main trait is?
Do you want to go first, Cass?
No, you can go first.
Okay. So my main trait is that I am a full-time technomancer and a part-time federal hacker. So essentially, I work with technology magic. If you have ever watched the show X, I feel like Satsuki from that anime is very appropriate. Or if you've played, if you played Mass Effect, Edie is a good example. Or Jubilee from the X-Men. Basically, technology can either work really well in my hands or I can destroy it in my hands. Yeah. And I can't think of anything else because I got confused halfway through. So, pardon me.
No, you're fine. How about you, Cass?
So my main trait is that I can hear residual memories as hallucinations. And that's if you walk into a room and something very exciting happened here. I could hear the tail end of whatever that excitement was, or if I walk in a room and something terrible happened here, perhaps I'll hear a conversation or the tail end of a conversation, a couple syllables. And this is not limited to people. It's also, I guess, would pick up animals and things like that. They're hallucinations, so I can't rely on them 95% of the time, but it could be a part of the whole picture.
Awesome. So since that's their main trait, that is a level 2 thing. And then your side traits. So main traits are supposed to be like general. They cover a large thing. So for them, they are kind of specialized in a field that goes beyond just kind of what is in the sentence. For instance, like for the Technomancer, it also means she's probably good just with technology in general, knows about computers, technology, etc. Just kind of encompasses a larger area. But the side traits are more specific and are kind of reserved for this one little line, one little thing that you do a little bit better. So why don't you guys, starting with Spence again, why don't you let us know?
Well, so this may need to change then, because my side trait I put as is taking wearable technology to a new level with circuitry embedded in her wrist.
Yeah, you might want to make that because it's definitely within the field where you're kind of already.
It's kind of like
yeah.
already, so I can put that in my maid trait.
Yeah.
I will have to think about that real quick while Cass talks about hers.
Go ahead, Cass.
So I have an exceptionally good knowledge of medicine due to some rather interesting side business with my family. Side business includes potentially distribution of illegal substances, or in this case, they're all legal. So the illegal part is the actual distribution part. And as part of my main trait, I also mentioned that I'm an anthropologist, and that's kind of like my motivation to go out and collect all these memories.
Spence, did you get some, or should we?
I mean, I did put as like flavor that I have an insane amount of knowledge of anime and comic books.
That could be your side trait.
So we'll do that. We'll
awesome.
I can't wait for your anime knowledge to contribute to the overall how we're gonna solve this. I cannot wait. That's gonna be amazing.
Oh man, like if the bad guy used like an anime trope as a or something. Be like, I recognize this from blah blah blah.
Yeah, if you see someone like running past you with both of his hands extended backwards, you know.
Yeah.
Naruto
we're gonna Naruto run.
So let's look at the character sheet. Yeah, we just explained the main trait, side trait. These things are both at level 2 since they are experts. Fight, sway, weird are kind of the ways that you approach everything. Any circumstance will be within one of these spheres. Fight being, physical stuff. Sway, the social. Well, weird is kind of like this. It's weird. The paranormal, the occult, and stuff like that. So it sounds like for each of you guys, weird will be your core capability here. So your weird would be at 2. And then for this level, the fight and sway defaults to level 1. Unless you have a side trait, then that aspect would go back up to level 2. So just kind of reiterate, main and side trait, level 2 whenever those kind of apply, and then everything else, if it has to do with fight, sway, will be at level 1. And then if you're not someone who is specialized in weird stuff, it's level 0. We'll figure out what all that means a little bit later on. But going down, trouble. Trouble is a thing that will always lead you to more fun. It is kind of a part where the GMs and the player sign the release form to get in the trouble. So why don't you guys tell me what your character's troubles are?
I like your trouble better. Cass, you go first.
Oh, sure. I will follow the promise of interesting memories regardless of the danger, and I'm sure it's already led to issues before. And because I'm quiet, it never gets communicated what just happened. So I'm not a great resource for, wow, what just happened in that really scary room?
Yeah, and my trouble is I always have to have the last word.
You will.
Yes. But if somebody says you need to be quiet or I'm going to shoot something, I'm going to have a really hard time not coming back with something.
That just means like at the end of the show, you have to be the last person to say something.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Remember it. Remember it.
Yeah.
And then notes, this area on the character sheet, that's just where you can put everything like hair color, etc., and just notes about the campaign in general. So yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the quickest character creation thing we've ever done on this show. I think it's
And Jonathan Sweet just said something really nice. Says, I can do anything with sufficient anime knowledge.
I mean, he's not wrong.
We're gonna figure out a way to apply it everywhere. All right,
Just
cool.
like in that one thing. Yeah.
So we are gonna hop right into this. To kind of one of the things they encourage you to do is to just kind of be people new to the island. That's what generally people call it when you're out and about and around it. And so yeah, we are going to start with that process of you guys kind of coming in from wherever you are. Having that enjoyable plane ride, and I guess one of my questions is I'm gonna roll a general karma roll just to see where we'll start out in the fun. Do you guys choose the chicken or the fish?
Chicken.
Yes.
Interesting. Let's see if I can get these dice out. I promised myself I would have these ready.
He's opening the dice.
All right, cool. So it's not great.
We have no karma.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
We have no karma.
Have you met me?
It's all that anime.
That is some wonderful new dice smell. It smells just like the island. It smells like a conspiracy wrapped up in a conspiracy in a microwave.
What exactly does that smell like?
If there was a way for me to kind of like send a smell through...
It's like Area 51. That's
which everyone visited like this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wasn't at that rally?
Me, because I was here working.
Oh yeah, I mean, or is she?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. So yeah, you guys touched down, and if you guys remember the horrible time that anyone has at an airport. Going through the custom area, taking off your shoes.
JFK.
Yeah.
Accidentally setting off the metal detector because I don't always have my power under control.
Exactly. And as you guys kind of move through there, you're starting to see, these wonderful ads and everything. But more kind of what strikes you is these, armed guards with these baboons. Just kind of glaring at you. And actually, Cass, since, this is kind of what your whole thing is about, you hear like this tiny little voice, kind of among like the other shrivels of voices that you generally receive in like this public area. A very educated, like a, who am I? Yes, I walk around. I have these two little appendages as well as two others that help me glide across the ground. I have this leash on me, and this physically inferior person now carries and commands me, but who
I slowly look over at the just like everyone near me, and then at the baboon.
And the baboon just kind of goes, I think she's onto me.
I'm gonna pick up my luggage and keep going.
And as you walk further, maybe checking out glancing back real quick, you see the baboon almost kind of like, unbeknownst to his owner.
I'll come back to that. I'm real tired.
Meanwhile, I'm on my phone trying to hack into their security with their Wi-Fi.
So this is gonna be fun because as you kind of like poking around on the Wi-Fi, you have that I acknowledge such and such and such and such and such.
Mm-hmm.
And normally like the acknowledgement is like one page long, but as you're kind of like, all right, when does it end?
Yep.
No, 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 no. And it probably goes on for a full 3 minutes as you're scrolling through these very small text on this phone that isn't really easy to see. Maybe if you had like a microscope or something,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be able to see it. And then at the end, it just says accept.
Mm-hmm. So I do that. I hit accept, and then I kind of tingle the back of my phone and go, let's see if we can break it.
And you see this almost like cabbage with these two googly eyes and smiling face pop up on the screen, and over it you see Reba,
Mm-hmm.
and the phone as you're kind of like starting to get ready says, "What are you doing?"
Mm. Testing you.
Oh, oh my, this is interesting. I've never been tested before, especially by someone who just came to the island.
I was sent here on a contract.
Contract by whom?
A contract.
I see. Well, if you need
Oh, I'm
any...
not doing the voice. I'm sorry. A
You're not.
contract.
Well, if you need any assistance in hacking or breaking into my functions, do let me know.
Thank you. You have failed. Goodbye.
I failed. How have I failed?
and I hang up. And I will leave her with that with that notion.
All right, so you guys get through the airport lobby and such, and you start seeing these ads, which have like one has like a thumbs up, almost graffitied on the one of the stone walls as you guys are coming through, and it says "What is right?" and it has like a giant question mark, and then several smaller question marks, and then like there's like this little scribble that says "But really," with like another cool question mark. You see several more of these baboons and people on guard and such. And yeah, but it's, welcome to the island. You two are one of the only ones who've kind of made it to this area so far by chance or luck, or maybe some malicious god that controls the fates of all mankind. You guys stand outside of the airport lobby on these kind of cobbled stones, alone for the most part, except for the baboons who continue to look at Cass.
And I look back. Is there any thoughts of like revolution or something? How sentient are these creatures? I'm just kind of puzzling as I'm walking by. I don't say anything. I'm just puzzling and making eye contact with every single one of them.
So when you make that eye contact, the first couple you hear like, do you think she knows? Don't look. I think she can. Is she connected to the network? No. Certainly not. Ralpho, can you please check? And they're all just kind of like staring at you, and you see one of the baboons goes forward and like pulls his like human accompaniment just along with him, and this human, dressed up in all this armor. He doesn't have any guns on him that you see, but you're pretty sure he's packing somewhere. Mm-hmm. He's pulled by this baboon, who comes up to you and stands, not stands because on the four arms and legs. But his head like comes up right to your shoulder. It's a pretty big baboon with like a scar, and then another scar, and then another scar, and just kind of like looks at you in the eyes, while the human is like, Ralpho, come on, boy, come on, can we go? This baboon just looks at you,
Good day.
and you kind of hear like a little tickling, not hear, but feel a little tickling in the back of your brain. Do you know?
You'll have to be more specific. I know a lot.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
At this point, I will look up. Be like, yes, we all know a lot.
Well, I was just talking to Never mind. Sorry. I'll tap my foot, not inconspicuously at all.
The baboon like kind of raises up a little bit and does some sign language to the other baboons, and each of them are like, which is kind of odd because like the guards don't seem to like, they're like looking around. One's eating like a burger, and this baboon just kind of walks his human back.
I'm gonna look at the person who has just talked to me. I don't know what that was. That was very strange. Did you see that?
I'm sorry. What?
Did you see that? He was enormous. The size of that creature and the intelligence. Oh, did you see that? He was. I'm gonna look around and see if any of the guards are at all paying attention to anything.
It's kind of hard to see because we're all kind of like these wearing these little face masks, except for that one who kind of has it up and he's chewing on a cheeseburger. But for the most part, they're just kind of like looking over the horizon because it's pretty much where I think all guards should be looking in order to look like they're busy, but not actually.
Incredible competence. Incredible.
Yes, they're clearly competent, just like their security systems.
You sound not convincing.
I'm sorry, was I supposed to be convincing?
Oh, no, I suppose not. Forgive me. You're new here, right?
But yes, I am new here. Are you?
Yes, I am. Just flew in. Very strange place. My name is Arabelle.
Hi, I'm Siri.
Huh. Well, it's nice to meet you, Siri.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Are you here on business or?
Yes, you could call it that. More personal investment, if anything. Always looking for stories.
Ah, you're a writer.
Not a writer, more of an archivist of, well, the human condition. But might reconsider that.
Well, that is a thing that people do, archiving stories.
What is your business in the city, if I may be so forward?
Oh, I'm just following up on a contract. No big deal.
Oh, so some sort of land work or something like that?
Oh, no, I work in IT.
Oh.
You know, zeros and ones and wires and gadgets and things.
Zeros and ones. Yes, that is the foundation of all coding.
I'm sorry. I just looked at the chat.
GM, am I picking up any other interesting things?
So now that you've stopped talking, you kind of just hear like this humming, almost like a
I space out.
Like meditation, like.
I definitely space out.
And then it's interrupted by with a "Are we still doing this?" And you hear like Ralpho's like voice again. Stop it! Just keep doing it. She can't.
I start humming.
That is an interesting frequency that you are. I feel like if when Arabelle shook Siri's hand, that she'd kind of hear the old modem noise of bidding, bidding.
Okay.
Or the sound of the Matrix, whichever. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm just when you say Matrix, I'm just seeing Keanu Reeves saying like, "No, you're breathtaking."
It's true, and that would be on replay in my head. Me, Spence, not Siri.
Yeah.
Well, are you staying at the local hotel? We can get a cab together.
Oh, well, to be honest, I just kind of go where the wind takes me.
So
I don't
you came here without a plan?
Yes, absolutely.
How very peculiar. Well, and without raising her arm or anything, she summons a cab.
You see
Okay.
this cab pull up. It says "Total Cab" on the side. Window rolls down. You see a ginger inside with this very forced smile on his face, and he says, "Come on in."
Oh, a soulless one. How fantastic. It's going to be 2 for the fare.
Ah, well, excellent. We'll just hop on in.
You go with the wind. The wind says, come this way.
Right. I'm gonna get in.
All right, you guys hop in, and he kind of turns back and says, "So where are you going?"
We're going to the Plaza. The Plaza Hotel.
All right, first off, let me introduce you to a nice little quaint little restaurant right down the street. You'll be able to walk on over there real quick.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And the window kind of goes up, and as he starts to drive forward through the streets, you notice this, Arabelle, as you're kind of going through. Kind of as you look around, you see on the rooftop several baboons as they're kind of like trying to be sneaky, as they're obviously following you and no doubt watching you. At one point, you even see one kind of raise binoculars and kind of looks.
I take a book out of my luggage and I just start writing. Dear Diary, I had the most interesting experience today. Dot.
And also the rear view mirror, looking back, you can see them kind of like, and one of them like pulls out like a phone, like.
You'll never believe the kind of things that I just saw. And I'm gonna draw like stick figures of the baboons, and it's just gonna descend into incomprehensibleness.
So you're, after this kind of goes on a little bit, you see on the display area right in front of, like that little back area. So far, it's been like showing you a nice map of where you guys are and such. We'll pull up that map again. Yeah, so they're going to like the plaza of the Great Man district over there to the northwest area. And so it's kind of like showing where you guys are. And what's kind of curious is there are 2 dots in the cab, signifying each of you with different colors. One of which, Arabelle, you are kind of like this hazelnut, while Siri is this bright blue. But then it kind of pauses, and you see this cabbage kind of pop up, these googly eyes and a smile. And then the voice says, "Good evening, I am Reba. How's everyone doing?"
Hello, Reba.
Hello. It's been a good day.
Cool.
Very good day. Very.
I see you're headed to the restaurant.
Apparently, it cannot be missed.
Well, I suggest the corn smoothie.
The corn smoothie.
The corn smoothie.
The the corn smoothie. If we happen to have a slight intolerance for corn, is there a substitute?
You can ask for the smoothie without the corn.
I suppose the smoothie is the important part.
Is the corn the cash crop of this island?
No. And you see like this little Wikipedia, but it says Rebapedia of
Mm-hmm.
like the corn industry and the island and stuff like that. And there's like some information about like the process, and it goes into this video of like this very old timey farmer person like scooping up corn or however corn is made.
Grown on stalks, then put through
There
a
we go.
device that takes off the kernels.
So is this a rice culture? Is where what exactly what exactly is the food production like now that we're on this topic?
Repeat the phrase.
What exactly is the food production like while we're on this topic?
And then like you see all these windows pop up of different like restaurants and like seafood places, all sorts of stuff. And each one of them are like ads for all these different places around where you'll be going to actually.
Reba, my companion for the moment, seems to be a bit more of an oral learner instead of a reading learner via digital screens. Is there an oral summary that you can give?
Yes.
Or perhaps send reading materials to her? Physical reading materials.
And you see the cabbage nod and just kind of like bounce off the screen. The cab stops, and then a dark skinned man with like this big fluffy hair approaches. The window rolls down automatically, and he kind of just throws some pamphlets inside. Each one kind of has, at the front, usually at like a hotel place, they have like the hotel that you're at.
Yeah.
It has your hotel as well as your rooms, and then like little maps to show walking distance of several wonderful eating establishments, as well as like the menu and pictures there of the different places nearby.
It occurred to me that cabbage might be a staple just now. Not that that's important. I just thought you should know.
It's actually quite adorable.
The pamphlets. Definitely take the pamphlets. Did I get anything from the cab driver while I was here? He seemed way too happy.
Oh yeah, he's actually having an issue, focusing on the road. You hear in his mind like damn eyes, and you kind of see him rubbing his eyes every now and then as he's kind of shaking his head every now and then.
Okay. We're at our destination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before I get out, I'm gonna kind of tap the cab driver's chair if I'm able to, or tap the grate in front.
Mm-hmm.
And you should probably get some sleep. Goodbye.
Okay, but bye. You have a good time now.
For the fare, I just do my little technomancy. I don't pay it from my actual account. I pay it from a bunch of other accounts that, so I don't spend any of my money on this.
I'm like meanwhile trying to dig out my like money.
Oh no,
from...
sweetie, you're fine.
Thank you. I appreciate your altruism.
She's a charmer.
Sure. Let's call it that. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Goodbye.
And,
Check your eyes.
That's the car. That's the noise cars make. So you guys are dropped off right in front of this lovely establishment, at least from the outside. It has 3 revolving doorways, and inside you can see through the tinted windows this large array of aquariums, kind of above and below and all over the place. It's obviously that this place kind of found their niche, and it is aquariums.
can I check the menu and see if corn smoothie is actually something that is on the menu?
Yeah, you
Because
go,
to me it sounds like a passcode.
so the front entrance edge, the viewing area for the menu is like this menu, laminated, hold up by like a fish string in like this aquarium with several fish kind of bubbling about and such. And yeah, it seems like a typical like American diner. With some like slight differences. The spice levels are generally a little bit higher. There is a sauce that looks like sriracha but is missing a couple of vowels, so is not sriracha. But there is, on like the dessert menu and also in the appetizer menu, a corn smoothie.
Interesting.
I'm gonna amble on over to the fish, and just kind of look at them. Any cool fish? Can I hear the thoughts of fish? Do fish think?
Fish think that they have like a 2-second memory.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hear like bubble noises or
Yeah,
something.
bloop, bloop, bloop. I mean, you still hear every now and then like a.
I'm going to be bothered by that for a long time.
And you guys
Do I hear this humming as well, except other than when she's doing it?
Yeah, just when she's doing it.
No, I definitely do it every now and then too. I'll go just completely spaced out and start humming.
It gets, if it gets to a certain point, Siri, I will go ahead and record it on my phone and see if I can isolate it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just humming.
Okay, apparently we have a fish specialist in the chat.
My pet
Most
Neil
tropical-
can tell the difference between me and my wife.
Most tropical fish have facial recognition and lifetime memories like humans. Only koi and goldfish are that dumb.
Yeah,
So
see,
that brings us to the topic of what is in the tank.
ooh. I'm gonna say hybrids of all sorts. These weird like hybrid
Mutant
things.
fish.
So you have like a beta fish mixed with like a goldfish. So it has like these gold little
Oh, that's
scales
fascinating.
and a bigger like.
I want to
front
listen to the fish. If they have facial recognition, who have they seen?
it.
I'm gonna hallucinate beyond all belief, like humming and just seeing the thoughts of fish. And I'm not even gonna check it. I'm just gonna be like, that's it.
None of them are having any like engaging intellectual discussions, but every now and then you're like, "Oh, is that food?" Yes, it is. Cool. I think I'm gonna eat it.
Can any of them build things? Did you type that?
Yeah.
So I'll record her humming and just be like, file it under curiosities and save it for later.
Ooh. So we can, if you're kind of curious about that hum,
Yeah.
you can roll.
All right, let's do it. All right, so I'm rolling 2d6. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is we're gonna put this right at your level, so it's a level it's level 2, and since you're techno Master of Swords, it's level 2 as well. So that means that I don't get to re-roll anything, and you don't get to re-roll anything. So your first roll is it.
All right, so I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Ooh, 3 and a 1, not great. So as you're kind of like trying to like search through your general information about what this exactly is, you feel this vague like sense of serenity, if serenity can be forced upon a person. If you can imagine when you were young and you were having a tantrum and like your mom or dad like kind of like grabbed you and was like, all right, you're gonna chill out now. It's kind of that feeling, as this kind of
so when I connect to the internet,
yeah, exactly,
physically with my thingies.
And the hum is replaced with not replaced, but kind of coincides with this but each like at the same frequency.
Interesting white noise. All right.
All right, so you guys step in, and as you do, Spence, the more you blink, the more you're starting to see like if you ever like stared at a light for too long and like started blinking, you have that like after like almost colors in the back of your eyelids. Um, you're starting to see a little bit of that, and no matter like how much you blink or like how you rub your eyes, you kind of still every blink you kind of see a little bit more of those colors moving about.
And who is that? Me or?
That's you, Spence.
Okay.
It's a Siri. But yeah, you guys head on in and are greeted by several individuals in little bow ties and nice blue shirts.
Hello.
Table for two.
Would you like to eat together?
Oh, sure. It's nice to meet a friendly face.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, my time off isn't till like 6, but
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I was talking to the enchanting young lady
okay.
staring at the fish.
Hello.
Hi. All right. Yeah, I'll lead you to your table and
I mean, if you want to join us after your shift.
Is he
feel free.
feeling thoughts like is he feeling rejected?
yeah, it's like rejected from prom. That awkward like when you see someone like wave at you and you're like waving back, but they actually were waving at the person behind you.
Yeah.
Don't feel too bad.
I'm okay. Yeah, it's fine. Just here's your menus and you can sit right over here. And they takes you to this circular half circle booth with the aquarium kind of resting behind it. Yeah.
Very good.
Yes, the soothing sounds of fish in the background.
Blub, 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 blub.
And Siri like wipes her eye a little bit and is like, "Oh, messed up my makeup." And
Oh, are you all right? That other fellow was having trouble with his eyes as well.
it's probably just fatigue from the airplane or something.
It seems like a lot of individuals are fatigued around here, or completely spaced out.
Well, there is that. So, what we already talked about what brings us here. I don't think I got your name.
Arabelle.
Arabelle.
Just Arabelle for now. New
Last
place,
names are so
new person.
formal anyway.
Yeah, new place, new me, that kind of thing.
Yes, it's true.
Oh, right. What's yours? Wait, you already said Siri, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna flip through my book, just like.
You take
Right.
such meticulous notes.
I'm gonna turn around the book, put it down. It is incomprehensible. Like it's all shorthand and like some drawings of baboons.
Very interesting. At least you are able to pay attention. Are you interested in primates as well?
No, but they seem to be interested in me. Well, that's a lie. I am interested in primates, but not. This was a very strange experience today. I swear, those intelligent creatures are up to something.
Well, I mean, no one can speak ape yet. I mean, unless they can do sign language. I know that there's been some.
No, they can. I definitely saw that. I can't parse the finer points of their linguistics, but I believe that I did see them signing, and they are very, very good at humming.
The same thing that you've been humming.
Oh, have I been doing that?
You have.
Oh, I suppose yes. Same thing.
It's a very tranquilizing sound.
It's very calming.
Yes. I'm not sure why they brought us to a restaurant instead of to a hotel, but apparently they've already checked us in. Which saved me about 30 seconds of doing it online, but that's beside the point.
That's very strange. I mentioned before I didn't have prior plans until now, I suppose.
Hmm. Well, I mean, someone was waiting for you, weren't they? Or
Oh,
were you
no,
coming here completely on a lark?
it was just of my own volition, really.
Well, they probably figured someone was flying in that has never been to the island before, and after doing some research, they found who you are and made some accommodations for you. They may have made contact elsewhere. I mean, passenger manifests do go ahead of the flights. They can be transferred instantaneously.
I've never experienced this type of hospitality, though. It's
It is uncommon.
it's it's almost uncomfortable.
But you must remember that even in America, they have various departments where they will screen people in airports before they allow them into the country.
I suppose so. Still, it's very strange.
Hmm, It's a very hospitable nation so far.
They really want us to have the corn smoothie.
I'm thinking it may not be all that it seems.
The
Kind of
smoothie?
like kind of like liver and onions. Some places it's a joke.
I have never heard that phrase before.
Liver and onions?
No, no.
There are places that actually serve it. I believe in a country called Scotland. Um, but eat the whole animal or not at all, I suppose.
With the experience today, I'm not sure I want to think about eating animals or at all.
Well, no, we're
I
going to
look at
have
the
a corn
fish.
smoothie.
I look at the fish.
So surprisingly, the humming has stopped, and they're now that you're kind of focused on it, you hear almost a conversation taking place. Arabelle. Yeah, I believe she's in the restaurant right now. Is that true? Yes, yes. I can see her now. Oh crap! I think she might be getting suspicious. Yeah, they're not talking right now, and I don't think they've discovered the secret listening device underneath the table.
So, would you like to hear a story?
What kind of story, dear?
Well, it's more of a ghost tale.
I see.
I'm
Well, I'm up for a good scare if anybody can scare me.
it's not really meant to scare. It's more meant to well, it's just a story, really. I collect stories. Are they still talking?
You said.
I think she might be onto us. We might have to send an agent in. All right, but make sure they are taken without any incident. You got it, sir. I've been training my whole life for this.
So, there's this magical land, and anyone who enters it has to go through this fantastical mist, and the mist can kidnap children, and I'm at that point, I'm just like, oh god, oh god, oh god, what's going on? It was the corn smoothie. I Are you wanted by any chance for anything at all?
I mean, I have frequent people who send me messages online. Is
I
that
think there's a listening device under the table. I can't tell
Okay,
you how I
so
know that.
I go and I feel under the table. Don't be ridiculous. There's no such
And you feel like this little globe thing kind of attached to it, which feels like gum. Arabelle, you hear, all right, abort. I think they're on to us.
can I use my technomancy to kind of do a little bit of a trace?
Can I call the manager?
All right, so go ahead and roll your technomancy.
Oh, okay. I got 2 4s.
Ooh, so actually it gives you a karma as the group as a whole. So you guys get one free reroll as you get it. So
Sweet.
that's 2 4, so that's an 8. That's what you need. You are successful. That is also because it was a 4, a good twist. So 2 of them, which is super
Okay.
awesome.
Nice.
You win at life and everything.
Well, it's better than what I was doing before, where I was like, do.
So you're you kind of travel along the wires and everything, searching for where it's coming through, and you are able
I want
to
to try to attach it to my wrist implants so that I can be like hacking in that way.
And kind of on like a vid screen or however you kind of visualize it, you are able to see
on the inside of my glasses.
Perfect. You're able to see you're looking through a camera that's pointed to one of those like giant telescope science areas, kind of pointed up and over, and is pointing at that building. But it looks to be kind of like on the southeast side of the island, which, as you guys can see, is the Plaza of Science.
So I'm gonna bend down toward the toward where I found the microphone, and just say, "Again, you failed."
Me?
Oh, not you, darling. And then I want to zap the microphone so they can't listen anymore.
Some little smoke and everything, and finally a waiter comes over. Is everything okay?
Can you tell us about the corn smoothie?
Yeah, sure. Well, you get the milk, some ice chips, and we got this fresh corn. You put it in a blender, really, put some Cajun seasoning on it, mix it up, and we shake it a little bit, and it's...
Is it as disgusting as it sounds?
No, I mean, only like 15% of patrons get it, but yeah.
Why were we recommended this?
I will have a corn smoothie, please.
All right, one corn smoothie. How about you, miss?
I have a low tolerance for corn, so I'm fine, thank you.
Would you like it without corn?
Just
So a smoothie without corn.
Yes.
I will take the smoothie without corn.
Or would you prefer the corn substitute?
No, I'll take the smoothie without corn. Apparently the smoothie part is the very important part.
I don't know. I've never had it without it, but I'll take your order. And he heads out. About 5 minutes later, he brings out these two very almost margarita glasses with this milky yellow substance in it. One of which does not have yellow substance in it, but just kind of milky chipped ice. And place it before you with these very windy, bendy straws. You guys enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
I mean, I'll see you again because I'll have to bring the check.
Very good.
Okay. All right. See
ya. I will now be checking the glass for any kind of bug or anything on it, but very discreetly, just like, this feels nice on my hands. It's nice and cool.
Yeah, you don't see anything. It's just this regular glass with corn Cajun spiced smoothie.
Does it smell appetizing?
Have you ever found corn soup appetizing?
Yes, but usually it's warm.
Yeah, so probably not. It smells interesting.
I will take a tiny taste.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, it's corn smoothie with some Cajun seasoning. But what you do notice is your kind of the spots in your eyes start to disappear, vanish a little bit.
Ah. All right, I guess I'll do it. And I start drinking it a little better.
Yeah, and the more you do, the more it's just kind of wipes away like a windshield wiper.
I'm staring into the abyss, troubled that we found a listening device under a table.
Arabelle,
Yes?
I highly recommend the smoothie. I think it would help with the humming.
Um, well, I can't actually hear it right now.
Well, it's helping with the spots that I was seeing.
Spots.
Remember, I was wiping my eye and I was saying I was fatigued. This is helping relieve that fatigue.
Hmm. Can I take a gander at the contents of this cup and perhaps make a determination on what is causing that?
Yeah, definitely. I believe you. Let's see.
I bet if you took a taste, you'd be able to identify all the spices in it.
Probably.
So, what trait would you like to apply to that?
So I'm applying my side trait, an exceptionally good knowledge of medicine due to some interesting side business.
All right. Well, yeah, that sounds good. So this is level 3, so it's one above what
Okay.
you're currently level. So go ahead and roll, and I'll let you know what you need to re-roll.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Oh.
No, I just made a lot of noise.
That's 4
Sorry
and
about that.
3. That's 4 and 3.
All right. I want you to re-roll the 3.
Okay. That's 4 and 4.
Crap. All right. All right. So it's another awesome success, as you guys can see with the pluses.
Magic.
So you're taking little sips of it, trying to kind of like understand the composition of it and how it's affecting your body as a medical practitioner. You notice certain hints of what could be kind of it's a spice or a chemical that helps the brain kind of wake up. So almost like a caffeine, but
Caffeine substitute.
yeah, it's a caffeine substitute would be the best way.
Okay.
But something a little bit more aggressive. Generally meant to you'd find it common in like soldiers who have to go like long stints without sleep. They would use something like this to kind of fight
Okay.
the last day or two in order to not go to bed.
Okay. All right. That is. Write that down. Okay. So something like MDMA, possibly.
And since you guys have been had some good twists and everything, as you guys are kind of enjoying, I'm not going to say enjoying. You're not enjoying a corn smoothie, but ingesting said corn smoothie. You guys both notice that the cafe on the other side has several kind of these faces, almost like looking across at you guys through the window of this cafe. There's 3 of them. And each one kind of looks weird. Very weird from this distance.
And I'm too far away to pick them up, I think. Yeah. All right.
Are they organic faces or are they like inorganic? Or are they alive or are they like
Jacob's Ladder faces?
masks?
It's hard to tell from this distance because it's kind of like across this like four street on both sides, like little highway. But there is a bridge that kind of goes over, but it's just something off, from this distance. Something's weird about it.
Can I take my phone and point it over there and then like take the camera and zoom in?
Definitely. You do so, and you're kind of zooming in. And you do see these 3. They look like masks that are slightly better than what you would get at a Halloween store. Staring at you with these almost black eyes and fangs coming out from the mouth part.
Oh, charming. I take a picture.
And you see like the cabbage pop up like.
Reba, What is this?
Access denied. I'm sorry.
Reba,
Yeah.
you pass.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yay. Okay. Now I get to hack some more. Like I get Siri gets actually really excited because now she's got a challenge.
Aw, yeah. All right, so you're going to try to hack up into it?
Oh yeah.
All right, go ahead. That's in your wheelhouse. This is level 3, though, so I do get to re-roll one of your dice.
Come on. That is a 1 and a 2.
Ooh, I don't think I want to re-roll, but you do have a karma.
I do have a karma, so I want to use the karma. So I
Alright.
use that to do one die or 2.
Oh, man, I forgot that point of that. We'll say both for this instance, because that would be fun.
Ooh, 5 and a 6.
All right, but because I'd also get a reroll, I'm gonna make you reroll that 5.
Okay.
But you're probably
That's a
good
2.
anyway. All right,
That's a 2.
That's
so that
still
gives me an
good.
8.
Yeah, that's still awesome because all you need, because you're the initiating person, all you need is a 7. So you are coming through this hacking around.
Right.
And
Where's my prop? There we go.
what you're finding is it's not Reba that's fighting you.
Mm-hmm.
Someone, it feels like a third party is fighting you. With Reba kind of the one in shackles. That's the kind of general ones and zeros you're seeing around there. But you were able to successfully kind of like break the chains, but you don't think it will last for more than an hour, as this person is just kind of continually chipping away at what you're doing. The Reba does say the Baboonian army in response to what that is.
I'm going to get up without telling her what's going on. I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk over. I'm going to walk out of the restaurant. I'm going to walk out.
So I'm like,
yeah, you're distracted. I'm not going to tell you what's going on. And I'm going to go and I'm going to stand outside the restaurant because I will go into even potentially dangerous situations. And I'm going to see if my proximity, if I get closer, can I hear anything? Because now I'm interested.
Mm-hmm. All right, you kind of start getting closer and you start like getting onto that bridge to go over it. And as you do, you definitely almost feel like eyes are upon you. Looking around, you see like a couple of baboons on the building that you guys were kind of underneath, with the restaurant below it and like these little tall buildings. You see a couple of them like have these binoculars looking at you, and you hear this hum.
That's annoying. Okay. And can I still see the masks?
Yep, you can still see them.
I'm gonna wave.
You see one of the masks kind of waves as if someone like grabbed it and used it as like a
yeah.
And then they kind of retract into the darkness of the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting here trying to hack the system again, and be like, this is just like an X, when it would be just so helpful if just things sprouted from my hands and I could hack in better with my brain, because brain computes faster.
I'm like standing on the bridge on the middle of the bridge, listening to this humming, and out loud, I'm like, if a depressant were to be mixed with some sort of stimulant, then it would create some sort of extremely volatile reaction. If I mix this stimulant with a depressant, I'm going to order wine. And I'm going to turn around.
You kind of hear from underneath the hums like I think she's on to us. Initiate golden arrow. And then another voice says, all right, Captain, I got you. And as you kind of turn around, you see like this red like dot kind of like zigzag around your chest area, and then like slowly start crawling up your head.
This is not the weirdest thing that's happened to me. I dropped to the ground.
You drop to the ground. You see the red dot kind of like circle around. Oh man, I almost knocked over my thing. I got too excited. You see the dot kind of like circling around the brick area of the bridge, not able to get you due to the vantage point.
Okay. I am going to bolt back to the restaurant. I need wine, and I think I'm being hunted. This is a fascinating story. This is actually fascinating.
All right, so this will be a we're gonna call it a fight.
Okay. Flight.
It's part of it.
Ooh, that cocked. 6 and a 1.
6 and a 1. All right, you are good in that case. As you continue, you run past. You see something clip the bridge behind you, almost whooshing past your shoulder. Looking back, you see this dart sticking out from the bridge ground. But you get underneath.
Wait! It's a dart.
Yes.
I go back for it. I'm gonna take it.
You go, and you grab the dart and you run.
This
back.
is exactly what I needed.
You're like, I think I missed, sir. And then there's just a hum again as you make it back to the other side.
All right. Can I have the dart?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a hollow dart or is it filled with something?
It's filled with something.
Okay. I'm so excited. I'm gonna stare at it, and then I'm gonna go back to the restaurant. Siri!
So looking at this substance, it's just like if you ever looked at the TV when it's on a channel that it shouldn't be on, the kind of like the blacks and the whites, and like it is exactly looks like that, almost luminescent in quality.
Siri! Siri, the apes are sentient!
I believe they're called baboons, not apes, but that's beside the point. What?
One of them! Look! I hold up the dart. I don't explain anything.
When I look at the inside with the static, do I see anything?
So since you were successful on kind of understanding the hum and the static and everything before, your role kind of carries over whenever you deal with this little thing. So you were successful. You recognize this as kind of the visual representation of what that hum and that is.
Ah, interesting. So, All right. So I want to get us to cover. If they're sentient, then we should find a direct route to the hotel or someplace safe. And so I tap into my phone. Reba, please show us the most direct and discreet route to a safe house.
Well, Siri, with the limited time I have, do this. And you see like this very like it zooms in on where you guys are at in a way that GPS maps just don't do. And it's like go this way, and it's like go through the kitchen, back in the alleyway, go further up, to the right is a cab, give that person money, say you're entering, go south, leave that car alone. It's like this. It's very like
city directions.
Okay, so I do that.
All right.
And I just kind of drag Arabella.
I'm like taking the cup with me and the dart.
You take the cup. All right. So as you guys move towards the back, you see the your waiter kind of pop up in the same places you guys kind of open up through the door, and he looks at you guys. It says employees only on the other side, right?
Does it?
It does.
We're employees.
I hold up the cup.
I was just serving you guys.
Right.
Is this the dude we rejected?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. We just need to use the door. That's all. And then I'm going to rip out a page in my journal and write my and write a fake phone number on it. And it's gonna be like huge. And then I'm gonna put Esmeralda on it. And then I'm gonna hand it to him. Here, call me. Goodbye.
All right. Yeah, definitely. I'll
Do-
call you.
Do you, Cass, know that I play a character named Esmeralda in
Nope.
one of my campaigns?
Nope.
So you
I be knowing.
Arabelle's here, go on by. Arabelle, you kind of get this picture of him thinking of like prom night and maybe a nice drive to make out lane, stuff like that. As he's staring at these numbers. And you guys are, you go through the path with Reba kind of guiding you guys every step, left, right, drop money, get an umbrella, go down this lane, and you eventually find yourselves not at the hotel, but at this kind of like the total taxi administrative building. There's a fence around it, and you see several vehicles parked.
Oh my god, they gave me a free umbrella. Did you see that?
Yes. And also, I feel like the government has something to do with this. Let's go.
I wonder why the government would be interested in me.
You and I both have very unique skills. So I go and I get into one of the vehicles.
All right, pop in. Each of you guys get into nice leather seats. Luckily, you just kind of like flip open the top visor and the keys fall down, as every secure person should.
Yes. And the people are so trusting. It's wonder that. Anyway.
Well, I have a theory on that.
Well, you can tell me your theory. I put my phone on the dash and I start driving.
So right. my theory is that these people are anesthetized.
That is an interesting theory.
Imagine a culture, an entire culture of anesthetized individuals, completely oblivious to their own surroundings, bombarded with all of this information to continually generate predictable results. That's what we have here, a completely passive culture.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Fascinating, actually. Terrifying, but fascinating. Why am I still holding this cup and this umbrella and this dart?
Well, put the umbrella in the back. Okay. Finish drinking the cup.
No, I need it.
It will help you, dear. It will help you stay awake. If something is trying to depress you, like wine. Oh wait, you're drinking wine. Is that it?
No. I have an idea, a dangerous idea, but it's an idea.
Very well. What is your idea?
Mix a spooky liquid with spooky liquid and see what happens.
I did not bring my cup.
I did.
Oh, you have your cup and you have the dart.
Yes.
I see. Dart spooky liquid. With
we should probably not do this in an enclosed car space.
This is true. Right now I'm trying to avoid the scary monkeys that were trying to shoot at you.
Siri, this is a sentence that I would never thought in a million years that I would say, but I'm really happy to have met a friend while we are being chased by baboons.
Well, that's very specific. So where does Reba take me?
So actually, as you kind of start up the car, there's something in Reba's intonation that makes you think something is off. That kind of happiness that was edged into her voice when you freed her is no longer there. And the directions now will kind of take you pretty flatly and plainly and boringly to the hotel.
I see. Well, being a person who understands that when the inflection is gone, um, I will give the phone to Arabella, and I will say, hold the back of it to my wrist while I drive. And
All
I will
right.
and I will try to hack and drive, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
And like one eye has the matrix zeros and one
I have
on
the
it and one on...
strangest feeling I should be driving.
Well, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm sorry. Well, I'm in the driver's seat.
It's too late
Siri?
now.
Siri, where we're going? Where are we going?
Since you were
Please
successful,
don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed.
everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
So you were successful before doing this, so you are good again on this case. Though you know it will only take. It's kind of like a little bit of medicine for something that is deeply troubling, whatever Reba is. So yeah, as you're driving it, you kind of almost see images of both, because you kind of like having difficulty focusing on exactly like the purifying process as you're kind of driving and dodging all these vehicles. So you see both, like, you should go here for the hotel, but then you see these directions down to the science district, down several alleyways, which eventually lead you to this parking lot right outside of the observatorium.
Interesting.
I don't think this is a hotel.
I don't think so either. I want to search the vehicle for like weapons or anything that we can use to like arm ourselves.
No weapons in the total taxi.
Okay. Is there a tire iron?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, I take the tire iron.
You see several cameras kind of pointed to the walkway
and the jump, and I put jumper cables in my bag around my.
Shock somebody.
Where's my Uber driver taking me? Well, hang on. So yeah. And I hand the tire iron to Arabella, just in case.
All right.
Just in case. Let's proceed, shall we? I have to like make a face when I'm doing the voice. It's weird.
Gotta force it.
Well, no, the relaxed face gets the automation out directly.
So you guys going up these long and winding stairs, wrapping around the observatorium all the way up.
Yep.
Excellent. So when you guys, it's a pretty tiring walk. You guys probably weren't expecting it. But you guys, when you get to the top, looking down at where your car is, you see this other vehicle speeding into the parking lot. And out, you are pretty sure you see a baboon in kind of like this trench coat and a fedora, with sunglasses on, standing up on its hind legs, and carrying what looks like a sniper rifle, but more so looks like a cannon.
Well, that's unnerving.
And he starts kind of walking towards the observatorium.
I've really never dealt with this situation before.
I'm a hacker, and so this is very bizarre for me.
Do you think this is normal for the island?
I don't know. Reba, I've like duct taped my phone to my wrist now so that it's constantly active, but it takes up like half the screen.
Yeah.
So I've only got the top of the screen and the rest is attached here. Reba.
Yes.
Tap, 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 tap. Reba.
Yes. How may I help you?
Is the baboon sentience normal for the island?
Negative.
Are there allies that could help us? I don't feel like dying.
You could call upon The Resistance.
Reba, call resistance.
Patching you through. So like you have like the dialing tone and everything, and then like you hear like some fumbling with the phone, and
1-800-RESISTANCE. Call now.
hi, this is Charles. How can I help you?
Hello, Charles. I'm Siri. How are you?
There's a baboon with a cannon!
That is Arabella.
All right. Was she talking about a baboon?
We have recently arrived on this island and are currently being pursued by primates in trench coats with weapons.
I'm pretty
Somehow.
sure he's getting closer.
How do I know you're not baboons with trench coats? And,
We could take a
and
selfie.
weapons?
I hack whatever computer he has and connect my camera to his camera or to his screen.
Oh well, look at you. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're definitely not a baboon.
No,
Let me see your
most
teeth though.
Ah!
How about the other one?
Ah!
All right, all right. Have you stared into any screens of late?
That is what I do.
No, I don't think. Well, I stared into an aquarium.
Do your eyes hurt?
No.
Not anymore.
All right. Well, I think we're on the right track. How can I help you?
We would like to not die, and there is a particularly menacing-looking baboon with
It's a cannon.
some kind of very large weapon that is following us. We are at some kind of observatory.
Oh, that sounds like Fred. Yeah, he's a dangerous one. All right.
I can send a GPS signal if you would like.
That'd be much appreciated. I'm actually going to send my my top man on it.
Have you
Yes,
tried
and it's-
talking with the apes?
No, I don't consort with the enemy.
Do they speak?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it looks like they can speak, but they don't speak to us.
oh. What are they? What are they?
As
What
we're
exactly is the
walking, I'm like
motive?
trying to find some place for us to hide.
Yeah.
And so I've got this up to Arabella while I'm looking for some place for us to hide.
All right.
I'm gonna like take her arm and be like, so what exactly is their motive?
I think they got tired of being armed guards of sorts. Yeah.
Could they unionize?
They kind of did that, yeah. I think they had several appeals to the government, and the government didn't really listen.
Well, it
Oh.
must be difficult for the government to listen when they don't communicate in a way that the government could understand. Or is that not the case?
I don't know. I never went to the town halls, or I'm not into politics. I just read the resistance.
I see. And the resistance is resisting the baboons.
We resist all forms of totalitarianism,
Oh,
baboonism,
okay. Yes.
and
but-
anyone who would do harm to the good people of this island.
Well, I'm gonna look back. Is he getting closer?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look Siri dead in the face. Are we like at a spot where we can hide yet?
Yeah, yeah. You guys, so coming around the observatorium, there's like this large like area filled with like bushes and such that you can just kind of go.
So if you look down and to look down and yeah, that way. If you look down in that way, you'll be looking at my screen. Wait.
All right. There. Yes. Okay.
Yes. So you're looking me in the face. What are you saying? What?
I have an idea.
What is?
It's a very dangerous idea,
I understand.
and I don't want someone who I just met and who is very, very polite and very nice to me to be involved in a dangerous idea.
I'm not unfamiliar with danger.
So stay here, and I'll be right back if I'm not blown to high hell.
I don't think this is a very safe plan, Arabella.
I already said that, and I'm gonna go.
You dash
All right.
out of the.
No, I dash out, and I'm going to kind of like. Is there like a precipice in this observatory or balcony or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on the balcony, and I'm just gonna be like, "Is your name Fred? I can hear you. Just think."
You see the baboon kind of look up, tip his fedora up, and he leans his sunglasses down as he stares at you, and you hear in your voice in your head, yeah, that's my name.
I think there's been some kind of misunderstanding. Can you come in and talk with us?
I see, a misunderstanding. I was wondering if that was a thing. Why don't you stay right there, right where you are?
Are you going to kill me?
No, we're not humans. We don't kill people for no reason.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, but if you stand right there, I can make sure everything's okay.
That's not really comforting when you have a giant cannon.
Oh, the cannon, that's really just for intimidation.
Then why did you shoot me earlier?
Do you have proof it was me?
Yes!
Oh, that's unfortunate. Look, I don't know what to do to make you trust me.
It's probably not going to happen unless you actually come inside and put the cannon down.
I'll come inside, but this cannon is attached to my arm. Surgically.
Is it like Samus Aran? Can you kind of like, pull it off?
No. It has to stay armed and attached to my body.
Why?
He said because it's surgically attached.
Because
have you
science.
considered possibly reversing the procedure so you're not a byproduct of someone else's diabolical nonsense?
Yeah, I think I can. Maybe if you just help me. I'm gonna need you to hold the other end of the gun, though. I might be able to disattach it.
I can't really do that. I'm not very familiar with firearms.
Well, I know everything, so why don't you come down here and I will
I
show
don't
you...
really believe that. If that's true, then why did you miss?
I didn't miss. I was merely warning you.
That wasn't a warning shot, friend.
It might be.
Why are you completely impossible to reason with, Fred? Who hurt you?
Well, I don't want to talk about it. That sounds something deep and probably repressed.
I'll probably listen to it anyway, so you might as well just put it out in the open.
All right. I'm going to come on up.
Let's talk about your childhood trauma, Fred.
Yes, I think in order to do this, I'm going to have to talk to you openly, preferably in a closer environment.
Even if you don't talk to me openly, I can still read your thoughts.
Oh, that's just investigative and, invasive to me.
I don't mean to do it. I'm really sorry.
All right, I'm coming up. Don't you worry.
I'm going to stay there, and then I'm going to count to 5, and then I'm going to move 1 level higher.
And Siri's just like, Charlie.
You only heard half of that conversation.
Yes.
Charlie, there's this Fred. Is that firearm attached to him?
Oh, I don't think so. No, I've seen him pick him up and drop it off, and yeah.
Very well.
Don't worry, my best agent's coming there right now.
ETA?
He's going through traffic. I think he wanted to pick up some coffee on the way.
Oh my god, the resistance sucks! Okay.
Did you guys want anything?
A pickup. That would be really
Wait, do
good.
I hear this too? Probably not. I'm
yeah,
too far
probably
away.
not. Yeah.
Oh, wait, would I hear it though? Would my
Ooh.
brain pick it up?
You could probably get bits of what's in.
They're
Siri's
talking
head.
about a coffee order. I'm like, wow, this is not the time.
But I'll tell him to skip the coffee. It looks like you guys want to pick up right now.
That would be Greatly appreciated. Otherwise, there might not be anybody to pick up.
All right, he is right away. All right, but bye.
I'm gonna take the tire iron and I'm gonna hover it over the balcony
I'm gonna
and I'm
try to
gonna
get
wait.
while that's all happening. I'm frantically trying to get into the traffic cam system and like change all the lights so that whatever this person is gonna do, they're gonna get here the fastest.
Awesome, yeah. So you're going through, able to start, navigating this perfect route, and it's about the time when Fred gets to right below where Arabelle is that you guys see this pickup truck kind of speeding.
I drop the tire iron
over.
on his head.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and give me a fight roll.
Ooh, cocked. Do floor dice count?
Huh? Oh,
Do floor dice count? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
Okay, it's a 6 and a 1.
All right. So you drop this this thing down, and it smacks him right in the head. And he like.
I run back down.
Just as like this pickup truck comes out, and you see, well, it looks like an old woman with a cane, kind of just slowly, but as fast as possible, climbing up the steps.
Okay, and I'm gonna run down to Fred. I'm gonna look at his arm. Is he lying?
He is lying. It is not attached.
I take the arm.
You take the cannon.
I'm gonna take the cannon. I have no idea how to use this. I'm gonna throw it over the edge.
I hope that isn't loaded.
And then boom, as you hear it go off, and like over onto the corner, like about maybe half a mile away, you see the corner of this apartment building just completely explode, and like brick and mortar fall off, and water pipes are spraying out, and you hear like a siren go off.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Well, the cannon's gone.
And there's nice chaos. Great distraction.
Yeah,
That was an excellent distraction.
the old lady kind of creeps up closer to you guys.
Hello.
You ordered the resistance.
We ordered an extraction.
All right, follow me.
All right.
I'm
Do
gonna.
you have a name?
No, I don't. I mean, really, it's like No, it's not Esmeralda. That's already been taken. Oh man,
How about Mrs. Badcrumble?
Bad Crumble does sound like a good name, so let's go with that.
All right, Mrs. Badcrumble.
hmm
Follow me.
Am I able to kind of like? I'm gonna take Fred's fedora. And I'm gonna. Can I search him before we go? Could I just kind of like
Now that you've already blown up a block.
Yep. I mean, I might as well. I already have done so much property damage.
Chaos. It's great.
So you grab the fedora, and inside his coat, all you see is a driver's license, which has him on it, which is kind of weird. Because someone took a picture of a monkey and decided they needed a driving, to legally drive. A coupon, like he's got 3 of them punched out, and the 5th one will get you like a milkshake or froyo. That's about it.
I leave the coupons. I'm gonna put the fedora back on him, and then I'm just gonna kind of like push it on his face. Okay, I'm running. I don't even need to run. I'll walk.
All right, this little old lady takes you down to her pickup truck. So what's the plan?
Oh, you need to. Do you know where we need to go? I can get us there. I can get a map. I can even drive if you would like.
Well, where exactly are we going?
Away from here.
Ooh, how far away?
Far enough where the monkeys won't be able to kill us.
Oh, it's a thing, love. This is the resistance is a tough job. We're pretty much always on the run from the Baboonian army.
Is there some place where we can uh be hidden discreetly?
I know the place. Come.
Okay.
She starts driving. A couple of blocks. She stops at this bowling alley. Starts heading inside.
All right. I'm pulling up. Can I say that I have a tablet in my bag that also has the? So I have a tablet, and I'm pulling up articles about the history of using the baboons, and I hand it to Arabelle. Like, get up to date on that.
All right.
So reading through it, you basically know that the baboons, which have been on the island since its inception, they pretty much have always been used as a security force. I mean, why use a gun when you have a baboon? And yeah, each of them has the biting power that could that makes guns unnecessary. But still, some people use them. Recently, there has been a couple of breakthroughs about increasing the intellectual awareness of several baboons. But the article says that it was not used. It just wasn't good for the animals in general. So they scrapped that idea and they're just gonna care for the baboons as normal.
The information here doesn't seem completely accurate.
What do you mean?
I can hear completely sentient thought coming from these creatures, and according to this article, the sentient thought project, whatever project they were working on, it discontinued.
Hang on. And so I will. Does it say where what institution was doing the project?
Yeah, it's the Geraldo Science Institute in the Science District.
Okay, so I will pull that up, and then I will do a search because I'm not driving, so I can concentrate now. And I'll do a search. I'll try to hack into their system to find information on it.
Ooh, excellent. All right, so this is actually going to take a roll. So go ahead. This is one level above.
I got a 6 and a 2.
Ooh, I'm gonna need you to re-roll that 6.
No. Hey, I got another 6.
All
Yeah.
right. So you're hacking, moving through everything, and you are inside this establishment, looking through all their items. What are you exactly looking for?
I'm looking for test notes, anything that I can just give to the brainiac over here to disseminate. Because I'm really good at finding information. I'm not really sure what to do with it after getting it. So.
All right. So Arabelle, you look through the information and such that is provided to you. It worked. The baboons are infinitely more intelligent, almost like a telepathic hive mind that all is concentrated on one, the baboon A. I mean, after that, the notes are just sparse, and then they just end as if it's the testing ended prematurely.
Okay. Yes, the testing, it just doesn't seem to align with what we're seeing here. Yes, they're very intelligent, but I cannot think that these tests wouldn't continue with undoubtable results.
It sounds almost if the information were deleted.
It's possible. What are you thinking? We actually go to this facility? I'm really fine with whatever. I didn't really come here with a plan, and this is fascinating.
Well, part of my I will tell you that part of my contract here was to test the security systems of the infrastructure here. And so far they are failing most miserably because I can hack into everything without even thinking about it. Um
Is that true?
yeah.
Have I been hearing her thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'll let it go.
Uh so
So, what do you want to do? Do you? I mean, when nobody's on this island, I just came here for stories, and I've blown up an entire block.
and I came here to test infrastructure, and I certainly am doing that. But if I don't get off the island, I can't get paid. So there's that.
Oh well.
So we have to decide, do we want to stop what's happening to the baboons? And I'm saying most of this in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
now that I know that that's a thing. Um, do we want to stop what is happening to the baboons, or do we want to stop the baboons?
I think we need to figure out the motives of this entire army. Really, we don't know much about anything that's going on. We're fresh to this island, uh, and I really, I don't know. Sentient creatures. I mean, you would think that they could be reasoned with.
Possibly, but they may mistrust humans.
I have no doubt of that, but at the same time, it's worth investigation, or at least learning a little bit about
Hmm.
what we're trying to deal with. And perhaps this resistance has more information. I'm not sure. You are locals, and
You know, it might be interesting and maybe a way to get them to open up to us. A lot of people think that I am an artificial intelligence.
would they trust an artificial intelligence?
Possibly more than humans.
That's a completely valid point.
Um, Perhaps we can convince them that I am an artificial intelligence and they might open up to tell us more about their motives and what they want. I mean, if we're trying to make this place habitable for humans as well as the baboons, perhaps that's some kind of a mm, uh, starting point.
And what if coexistence isn't a possibility? What do we do then? I'm not a
We
fighter.
get out of here. We get
That's
on
fair.
the next flight and we leave
That's fair. That's completely fair.
because I am not about to die for this job.
Uh, I mean, if I die, I die. I've had an interesting life anyway. But it would be nice to go out there again and, live.
That it's very fatalistic of you otherwise. So I hope you do join me in the living.
I hope so as well. You have to be a little bit fatalistic when you can hear everybody's everything.
I suppose you must. Right then. Let's go in this bowling alley and see what we can do. Ooh, maybe there's an arcade.
There is.
Sweet.
You guys head inside, and this little old lady just kind of sits down, and my feet swelling. Uh, she leans back. So I rescued you. I think that's a job well done.
Yes.
It's
Do you
it's
require
definitely a job well done. Yes.
do you require payment?
No, it's all just part of the army, the resistance.
Do you know why we were expected?
Oh, what do you mean?
Reba.
Ooh.
She indicated that we were. She made reservations for my friend here, and everything seemed to indicate that we were expected.
Well,
Well, I know I was expected, but that's beside the point.
they they see everything.
Who is they?
The government.
I see. And what is the government doing about this? Anything?
No, we're pretty sure the baboons have infiltrated the highest level of government. They're quite
Well,
crafty.
that's not terrifying at all. Right.
Not really what I expected when I came to this island.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry. I'm reaching a blank as far as ideas.
all right. So, okay. Do we have a plan? Our plan is to converse with the higher ups of these creatures. Is that our plan? Is that our plan?
It can be our plan.
And if it all goes terribly, we get out.
Yes. Yes, we can do that.
Okay. Well, I can do what I can to interpret, and we can confront these creatures. Again, I'm really nobody. It's not like I'm going to make a political difference, but perhaps a couple words exchanged, you don't know.
Well, you are a political nobody, but you seem to know your way around pharmaceuticals, or at least herbal medicine.
Uh, long story.
Long story made short.
Long story made short, my family was part of an interesting business. Very popular business. Countryside.
I see. And would your involvement be known by other entities?
Um, it's possible. Unlikely, but very possible. Turned
Mm,
over an entirely new leaf, entirely new me. You know.
but the connections don't go away. It is
Mm,
very possible that the government knows who you are.
I try not to think about it.
I want to go through my phone and see if I can connect to like an embassy or something where, or connect to some higher up who was expecting us.
Ooh, trying to go all the way up the chain.
Might as well.
All right. So that is a 4. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah, 5 and a 4.
All right. I want you to re-roll the 5.
Okay, it did fall, but it's not cocked, and it's a 6.
All right. I'm gonna want you to re-roll that again then.
Okay.
I'm still here. I'm
not
getting up.
Still a 6.
What'd you get?
It's a 6.
Oh my god.
Listen, we're rolling really good.
I know, right? Look at you
Well,
guys.
I started off rolling terribly. But that's
All right. So you hack in to one of the communication monitoring stations here on the island.
Mhm.
Are you trying to connect like through a phone to someone or?
It's gonna be a text-based message, and it's gonna say, "This is Siri 00111000. Please connect me to please connect me to my contact."
All
Since
right.
I was hired to test the system.
Mm-hmm. A few moments go by, and there is a kind of a text message reply. Confirmed.
Okay. Am I hearing something? Something happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just
Okay.
some movie.
Oh, all right. Okay, so contact is initiated.
Mm-hmm.
Please advise current political climate.
Harry is the reply.
Clearly.
It's a very
Please
good
advise.
point.
Please advise. Contact for Arabella.
Location unknown.
Please advise purpose for Arabella.
Unknown.
Orders.
You see hair less.
That's good.
And then it's just going to be really, really sassy. You do realize that I am not a combat unit, correct?
It's like no reply.
Confirm.
You get like the emoji, like
visual contact required for mission instructions.
cut the signal. That's what he replies.
Okay, I cut the signal.
It goes down.
Well, that was unhelpful. Good thing, dear, is that they don't know where you are. So that's good. And I shut the GPS signal off on my phone, and then I take the battery out and stash it away. This is a bowling alley, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a computer or something in the office.
Yeah, it's not a good one, but it's there.
But it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I wanted to do it with the arcade game.
There are arcades, Galaga and Frogger and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we'll go to the Michael Jackson one. And I'll use my technomancy to play the game, but have a video screen show up on the side. And try to reconnect with whoever I was connected to.
The same person?
Yeah.
All right, you can connect to him.
All right. And so now I have a video, and he has video of me.
You see this this man with like, you know, a white shirt, big white with these very thick, almost like Coke bottle glasses, appearing at the screen.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, my camera did something weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, please confirm. What is our mission?
Yeah, you're supposed to cut the signal.
Okay. Do we have any indication as to the signal's origin?
They said you'd be able to find it. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Great. And was there a purpose for Arabelle?
Yeah. Oh, what happened to?
She said she was having technical issues.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
But she said, continue on. She'll be back.
Let me get you back in your spot then.
No.
There we go.
Okay, now I'm back in my spot.
Yeah. Plop. And a plop.
Okay.
We thought they might have some insight.
On what exactly?
The
Okay. So she's the figure out the why and I figure out the how.
Yeah, that'd be much appreciated.
And when this is complete, we go home free of
Yeah.
charge?
Yeah, if you want, or you can stay and. It's
Sure.
up to you.
Very good then.
Mm-hmm.
Disconnecting.
All right. Goodbye.
And then disconnect, play around with Michael Jackson until it's done. Arabelle, dear. So, basically, they want to cut the signal. Now, you and I both heard a hum at some point.
It must be it. That has to be it.
So, I'm going to use you like a dowsing rod, essentially, to find a source, and then perhaps I can track it back and cut the signal.
Well, I've been used for worse.
Well, yes, and I'll take you out to dinner afterwards, I promise.
That sounds much more relaxing, actually.
Yes. Oh, well, we can also try a spa and some other things. I mean, we can get very relaxed if you'd like.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it was going there. All right. Well, all right. Can you hear the hum in here?
You kind of hear it in the back, a little bit quiet.
Well, it's quiet.
All right. So we're probably not going to pick up a signal here.
Was it very loud in the airport?
It was the loudest it has been was going the observatorium.
And that's where I traced the bug to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, from what I understand, the loudest it's been has been at the observatorium. So, I mean, our friend is probably still unconscious, or maybe he's not anymore. But he will be there, with the signal, likely.
Or we would have to find some kind of control room, something with a big enough satellite to be broadcasting on a wide wireless network. Or perhaps there is a tower that we can just take out. No. Going to the source makes more sense.
Oh, it's a shame that I accidentally blew up the block and not the actual.
Oh, we can always fry the system.
Or find another cannon.
I don't feel like finding another cannon. That seems like a way that we get destroyed as well.
I mean, if our friend is as pissed off as I assume he's going to be when he wakes up, he might even have another cannon. You never know.
You never know. All right. Mrs. Badcrumble.
Yes, dear.
I don't want to inconvenience you, but apparently I need to go back to the observatory to try and take out this signal.
All right. And she gets up. Let's do this then. She reaches like underneath the chair and pulls out the shotgun.
I assume you are very trained with this?
Yeah.
Good woman.
I'm
All
the
right.
best.
That sounds fantastic. And off we go.
All right, you guys take the same pathway, heading back towards the observatorium. Coming up close, the older lady kind of pulls out a couple blocks from the place, just creeping along so that you can see the observatorium. You guys now see what looks like several baboons patrolling the area.
Can you take us around back, dear?
Hi.
See, you said Esmeralda. I'm slipping into my Esmeralda voice. Is what's happening.
Just keep switching around. She goes off to the back where a lot of people drop off like certain larger objects for the building. There's a chain link fence with some razor wire, and there is one baboon just kind of walking back and forth in front of the door.
I want to go up to the chain link fence, stealthily if I can, and hook up the jumper cables and see if it's electrified.
Ooh, yeah. It you attach it to the chain link fence, and you kind of hear the little.
Got it. Okay, so I will do what you're not supposed to do, and connect the copper clippers together, and make an explosion, and then kind of just like duck away as a distraction.
You hear the and several. You see 3/8 kind of come on down as you guys duck into the side bushes as they come over and start looking around, in almost as if kind of perceiving what you guys wanted to do. You see the older lady pull up with her pickup truck, fire off her shotgun and say, "Come and get it." And the baboons start like racing towards her as she swerves the pickup truck and tears down the street, leaving you guys this nice hole in the link with no one there.
Let's go.
All right. So I'll hold back the electricity so we don't get fried.
And you guys run in. Going past the door, you're in this this almost office with cubicles and stuff like that. Each one there is a person sitting before a that black and white on their computer screen, each one typing with a smile on their face.
Don't look at the screens, dear.
I won't. I'll be fine.
And then as we're getting through the room, I want to like touch the light switch and just send a little zap to hit the fuse.
The lights go, and it's dark, and then you see like the the red backup kind of twirling about.
Does it shut off the screens too?
It does.
Yes.
They continue to type, still smiling, as you can see in this dark, pitch black room. Yeah.
All right. Well, they can't do any more harm there. Let's keep going.
There's a staircase that leads up, most likely to kind of like this, the head observatory room.
I'm gonna follow the hum.
Yeah. I'll follow you, dear.
Going up, you guys slowly go up these metallic stairs into this room with this large screen, kind of doing like. There are several humans around. The computers here still work as they're kind of looking at these things and typing away. And almost in this arch villain type of style, this large chair swivels and turns around as this baboon with this cap on, with several wires attached to it, looks at you and pulls out a cigar from its mouth.
That's very unhealthy.
Arabelle, in your head, you hear, well, we finally meet.
We were here earlier. It just we didn't stay long. The explosion. We didn't really want to be in the area.
Well, there's all just coming inside Arabelle's head. What do we do now? We have our heroes, we have the villain, the play has been set, the stage built, the curtains are drawn.
I have a question.
Yeah, I guess. What was the question?
Well, I understand that the play has been set, but it actually has no explanation. I don't really have a play bill. I'm not entirely informed on what's going on. Could you elaborate on this, please?
Yes. In Siri, you see the monkey get up and put out his cigar and this little There's this little pot next to him, and he stands up on his legs and is almost elegant as he puts one of his hands behind his back and starts walking towards the various humans, his other hand kind of gently caressing their hair as he walks by them. None of them respond to him. You see, we have always been here. It wasn't until recently that we've understood the capacity that our kind can obtain. And it's with this knowledge that we now seek to better all those of this island. Is that clear enough for you?
No, not really, actually. That's how are you going about doing this?
Well, you see, this, if you stare at it for a while, if you'd like, it pacifies humanity. See, by your very nature, you are set to be violent.
Actually, that's not true.
Well, I'm going to believe the baboon with several PhDs and a intellectually enhancing cap on his head versus a you person.
So I actually have my degree in the science of humanity, and in many studies, almost every single one, the 80% of all children experience they perform altruistic deeds without any recompense. So you're actually incorrect. The natural order of humanity is altruism, and it is the system that they are put in that shapes them. It's a little, nature versus nurture. There's always going to be that debate, but overall, most of humanity will be altruistic given the resources and the chance.
While I'm listening to this wonderful dissertation and not understanding what the DAS is saying, my hands are behind my back and I'm tracing some runes on my wrist to disrupt electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't taken effect yet. I'm kind of just waiting
for the right moment.
All right.
I'm going to continue on my dissertation.
Which is fabulous.
It's true. You see, it's more about what we are exposed to and what we take in, rather than what we naturally are. And humanity is a natural conduit for choice. If we are presented with positive choice, if we have the tools to make that positive choice, then we will always make that positive choice. I'm sorry that you feel this way about humanity, but you're incorrect and you've met the wrong humans.
Well, maybe I have. And you see him light another cigar.
You really shouldn't do these self-destructive behaviors and thought processes to yourself. You seem to be a very intelligent fellow, and I do believe that you could benefit this entire island. But the way that you're going about it is completely pacifying all of the things that makes humanity interesting, makes it great.
All right, let's see. And he pulls out a pistol and kind of throws it at you, Arabelle. Do you catch it?
Sure.
Let's present ourselves with a choice, yeah? Around this building are, many of my comrades, people who believe as I do. You seek to bring us back into servitude with the humans. They would never allow us to continue as is, especially after what we've done. So I will never stop. So I guess the question, the decision is now yours, Arabelle. Now, you can either shoot me, or in about 5 minutes or so, my people will come and we'll deal with you guys in the most most baboon way possible.
You know, when someone offers you two choices, it's always going to be a case of manipulation, and there's always a third choice. And I'm going to rack the gun because my friend, I'm a drug dealer, and I'm gonna shoot the ground with all of the rounds.
You go, bam, 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 emptying out the chamber into the ground.
Does the orangutan seem to be distracted by this?
Oh yeah.
Great. I'm gonna go up behind him and put my hands on the thing on his head and release my spell.
All right. You see some sparks go off, and he kind of looks at Arabelle and falls forward.
I take off the little helmet thing and I rip it out, or I try to.
Yeah, there's I mean, it's kind of easy because you pull it out and it's almost like, there's a bunch of quarter inches attached to going inside his head. And
Yeah.
you pull it out, the wires like come up and bloop, 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 and you see several, like 6 holes on the top of his head that these little quarter inches go into.
And I thought mine was extreme. So I take it off and I short circuit everything. Like putting a magnet on a hard drive, just
Yeah, you see the sparks and
well, that was fun.
You should probably get out of here. We should probably get out of here.
We should. Oh, by the way, do you still hear the hum?
you do not. All you hear are kind of like the animalistic fury of several baboons that no longer, have the intelligence and are just angry.
Mm-hmm. I kind of sigh.
Is there like a broom or anything that we can use to defend ourselves?
You can find a mop right next, next
Great.
there.
I'm gonna take a mop and just like in case something comes, I'll smack it in the face with it.
All right. So you guys want to try to get out?
Yeah.
Give a last kind of like sad look.
And
This.
I'll put my battery back in my phone and turn my phone on and say, Reba, mission complete.
Oh, thank you. The next night, on me. You see like reservations, so like the local Marriott equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So each of you guys give me a fight roll as you guys.
Oh god. So because it's a 1, we're only rolling 1 die?
Huh? No. So
Okay.
it's the same level as you guys. So I don't re-roll and you guys don't re-roll.
Okay.
I got these two right here.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. What was that? 6 and a.
2.
Ooh, nice. What'd you get?
A 1 and a 2.
Ooh, all right. This is awesome. So Arabelle, Arabelle and Siri are both kind of heading out, making their way, and you guys kind of hear the shuffling of four-legged creatures moving about in the darkness and the red splintering. The humans, each one smiling and kind of looking around, blinking as if something is in their eye, don't really take you guys in. But just as Arabelle has kind of reached the exit, Siri, you feel a hand on your leg. Looking down, you see Fred. Just kind of laying down on the ground with this like hurt look on his face as he kind of grabs your leg and he drags it to him and bites down as hard as he can. You feel it kind of the bone crack and splinter, but you're able to shake it off, and you guys both break out into the daylight.
I smack him in the face with the mop
Yeah,
to get him off, and then I just like bleed and hobble.
As you guys, like exit out, closing the door behind you, you hear a, "I will get you. And the door closes.
I never said I made the good decisions.
Out in the
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot my trouble. We got you first.
Take that.
Take that, you big hairy apes.
Damn dirty apes.
Damn dirty apes.
So we'll flash forward to the night. You guys each have a nice. It's an okay room. Let's be honest. That's next to each other. You guys get a free continental breakfast. And Reba has supplied you guys with some alcoholic beverages. Each one is a kind of
How about
variation.
some painkillers and stitches and a splint?
Ooh.
He broke my ankle.
Don't mix those.
She does send you a coupon to get some medical attention.
I have a coupon.
That's great.
Dude, I just hack the billing system and make everybody's billing free.
All right, so we kind of, as you guys are, relaxing, taking in your first day of peace and calm in the island, the camera kind of zooms out, and outside you see Fred in like this fedora and jacket as he's looking out at the hotel. He lights up a cigarette.
He's still sentient.
And then,
Meanwhile,
flicks it off to the
Siri is
road.
trying to hit on Arabelle, but is really drugged up on pain med. It's like,
Arabelle thinks it's hilarious. Yeah. And then continues drawing.
Arabelle, you are so pretty.
I know.
Do you know that
Yes.
the sunset makes the brown in your eyes turn golden?
Actually, that's not true. It actually reflects. Go to sleep.
Okay.
Good night.
Goodbye.
And that's how it ends with the you guys having those late night talks, awkward as they are. Fred turning the corner and leaving down an alleyway as he flicks his cigarette off into the street. And then just for funsies, Fly Me to the Moon plays just kind of in the background.
Yeah, Bayonetta.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was
That was
it.
hilarious.
That is
Yeah.
over
That was
the
really funny.
edge.
That was really funny. That was fun, guys.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Sorry I had to like switch
It's
headset.
okay.
It's okay.
That was, if you didn't notice, like I completely switched headsets.
Yeah.
I mean, I smacked my mic because I got excited. I was like, I
That
can't
was
do,
fun.
I can't
like-
do my
I like the
karate.
system.
Yeah.
I would love to do something very observer-like, or like set in the observer universe with this system. I think that would be amazing.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. The book is even more awesome, as you guys can kind of see.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
So cool.
My favorite part about it is right here. I don't know if people can see it, but it's kind of hidden in this reflective.
Thank you for your consent.
Yeah, thank you for your consent.
Very, very, very cool. I really like this aesthetic, and I liked how freeform it was, and it was fun to like improv.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
I started off like Arabelle's quiet, and then I'm like, nah, she's not.
yeah, gotta go for it. Yeah, thank you, Jonathan, for an awesome game.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was fun. Thank you.
And thank you, Spence and Cass. So closing announcements. This is once again has been Penny for a Tale plays Over the Edge. We have put the links for this game which you can buy at Atlas Games, as well as Grandmother Fish, an evolution book, which is amazing. Also in the link, so you'll find that also on YouTube down below on the details. So feel free to check it out. I encourage you. Jonathan Tweet also did an interview with us right before us, so you can check that out as well. this Wednesday at 7 p.m., we start off our Cult Divinity Lost Black Madonna campaign, which is going to be awesome. And then next week, the Tuesday at 7 p.m., we start Cartel, done by Magpie Games. So awesome stuff. If you want to see me, I will be at Gen Con. Always feel free to chat. I will be running several games for the indie community, such as Beyonder, Cartel, and Ninja Crusade, and I will be running Alien by Free League that night. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for an awesome night. I'll roll out the red carpet for my 2 cast members who are awesome. Spence, why don't you go first? Tell them what you're up to, and such.
So you can find pretty much everything I do at resonantmoon.com. That includes the 2 podcasts I'm on, Game School and Nostalgia Pilots. And on August 19th, fingers crossed, I will be back here and I will run a game. So Mitch will get to play.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I'll wear a bow tie again.
We're going to play a game called The Witch is Dead, and it's really fun. So I'm hoping y'all will show up for that.
Gonna be awesome. All right, Cass.
I have nothing as exciting to report. I will be working the entire week, and that's about it. So you can't find me anywhere.
It's not a challenge.
Well, some of us live online, and some of us are fortunate enough not to.
Yeah.
I am one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm here for the games, not much else.
The games are all we're here for. It's amazing. All right, guys. Thank you again, and have a lovely night, each and every one of you. Bye.
Bye.